two people on the island, Shannon and Locke, who were closest to food. And when someone dies suddenly like that, you can totally buy them.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, guys? Hey. Oh yeah, I had a reasonable day, which is really weird considering my wave has been pretty friggin' bad. And I went to bed last night, had insomnia. It was relentless insomnia. Couldn't sleep much, but I did manage to sleep pretty decent. Once I got to sleep, I was asleep till I probably fell asleep around 1. Went to bed around 10:30. Probably woke up around 6:30. Magically, I'm okay today. I got a lot done. I went out this morning. I was going to go out this morning no matter how I felt, and that was that. So, unless I literally couldn't, But I went out, and I probably could have stayed out a lot longer, but I didn't want to overdo it. I wanted to. Then I had to stop at the UPS store and drop off something and buy some boxes, and then I had to stop at Walmart because I wanted to get some things that I needed there, which I try to make my Walmart trips very limited. And they didn't even have what I wanted, so it was a huge waste to go into Walmart. Allergies are bad. It's nothing new this time of year. The mold is so high. I had my windows down a little bit because the car was so hot. The air conditioning wouldn't. It takes a little while for the air conditioning to start going. And every time I have the windows down a little bit, allergies are nuts. But I'm doing okay. Just I laid down. I ate some lunch. I laid down a little bit. Actually fell asleep for probably 20 minutes, which was weird because I didn't expect to fall asleep. So that was kick-ass. I had to package something really quick and get it to UPS. So I took my dog to UPS, and we went to UPS, and then we went to the Petco. Walked around there a little bit. I don't like being in there too much. I don't like the lighting. But she got some stuff, and that was fun. And then I came home and did a little more shipping stuff, and just took a warm, hot bath. Kind of hard to do when it's 95 degrees out. But I've taken a bath every single day for the past 5 years, so unless I miss one for one reason or another. So I don't like to break the routine. And now I'm here. So yeah. But my day was okay. I didn't feel there was a couple of times when I was out that my anxiety got a little high, but I really did my best to not let it happen today because I was actually feeling okay, and I really didn't want anxiety to ruin my day today. considering anxiety ruins every day. But yeah, that's where I'm at today. But it's really, really, really freaking hot. Oh yeah, all the time. I had a lot of dizziness today. The more I work or the more I do anything, the longer I stand, get really dizzy. That's just like, oh. So I try to sit. But the problem is when I sit, I get more tired, which then leaves me to start feeling worse. So I have to weigh it. You know, what's worse, the dizziness and me trying to get out of my head? Because I know the dizziness is, I mean, it's a symptom, of course, but I tend to think anxiety plays a part in it. But yeah, dizziness, I don't think that'll go away for a long, long time, especially when I start tapering the Remeron again. Then it'll probably be full force dizziness for a couple years. But it's not constant for me. Always a little dizzy. The boat feeling is not really dizziness, or definitely it's not vertigo. I had the walking on a boat feeling for a good 2.5 years. I don't have that anymore. I don't really count. I didn't count that as dizziness or vertigo. I counted that as its own entity, and it goes away in time. So, yeah, look forward to it going away because it will. It was one of my worst symptoms, and I still dread it. Yeah. So, yeah, I got you 2.5, man. It's about when mine started going away. It I still to this day when I hi Terry, when I walk my dog, I Siri is my iPhone's thinking I'm talking to it. Stop. No, Jesus. I still to this day when I feel really bad in a wave, I try not to think about those old symptoms that I had. The boat feeling was one of my top ones. That was one of my worst symptoms. I hated so much. And still to this day, I think about it once in a while when I take my dog out because I remember the feeling of exactly where I was standing and walking. So, and at this point so far, I haven't got anything. Getting these really weird emails. But yeah, it'll definitely go away. I thought for sure that I was stuck with it forever. Sorry, I had to reply to this. And that pretty much goes for every symptom. I still got a buttload of symptoms, and I almost call myself disabled. Some days not so disabled, and some days completely fucking disabled. Today's not one of those days. I feel slightly disabled, but I was able to do things. And when I'm out, I mean, my good days are still really bad. I'm still hoping one day I could say my good day would not send me to the ER. Like, if I felt like this, which is my good day, and I was somebody else and I felt like this, I'd probably go to the ER to get checked out. But it's a good day for me. My worst symptoms are mental symptoms, and they always have been and always will be. They've gotten better, but after I fucked up my Remeron taper, it all got a lot worse. So I'm just holding now for as long as I can. I'm doing okay, Terry. I'm having a decent day today. It's up and down. I was just the other day, I signed up to get a COVID test, and I canceled it because I'm feeling okay now. So it's like it's so fucked up. Like every time my wave gets high, it's always like just like after benzos, all the symptoms just they fluctuate and change, and I never know what the fuck's gonna happen. And I always think, oh fuck, I probably have COVID. So I sign up to get a test, and then the next day, like today, I woke up and I felt much better compared to yesterday, anyway, or the day before. So, of hundreds of symptoms. Yeah, massive amount of symptoms. I'm not going to go through symptoms today. I'm actually going to make a video soon about all the symptoms that I've dealt with and timeline them. But I have stuff that comes and goes big time, all the time. Akathisia, fucking inner movement in my body. I mean, I'll give you a couple symptoms, but the head fog. I mean, there's some things that I've dealt with for way before benzos. Like the head fog and DPDR I've always had since I was a kid. But it got way worse with benzos. So my job is to make it be tolerable. And today it's more tolerable, which is cool. But I call that coming and going, because some days it's a lot worse. Neuropathy, that comes and goes. The electricity comes and goes. I mean, there's just so many. I can go on. I have a list somewhere. I could just, it's just the way it is. The ER stuff. I went to the ER once, and they just wanted to give me more benzos, and then that was the last of it. So I started going to a regular doctor and getting, like I went to a neurologist, I had to go to a heart doctor because my heart was going so fast, and they didn't find anything wrong. And I mean, I had scans, MRIs, and blood work, and just all this stuff, and I was okay with doing it, even though people said, "Oh, I'll probably come back normal." But even though I was really sick and I really didn't want to deal with it. Which comes to think, I have an ENT appointment, and I have to check on this computer when exactly it is, because I don't remember. I know it's coming up. Visit 29th. Okay, I got some time. 29th is Thursday. Okay. Got a few days. I never had a problem with my blood pressure. It was always perfect. But my heart rate would sometimes get to 200. And yeah, that was nuts. But I got test after test after blood work, and some things were a little off, but it was nothing that would put me in any danger, My cholesterol's still really high, but honestly, I'm not going to go on statins. So at this rate, I try to do my best to not get blood work so they don't try to put me on statins. I just don't want to deal with the side effects of shit like that. I mean, if it was so high that it was ridiculous, I might have to do something, but it's just over the high limit. So it's like, fuck it. I don't have it in me to go on drugs for something like that. It's like I almost really have a heart attack. If I have a heart attack, then I guess I might have to. But at this point, I don't want any medications. My job is to be as healthy without going on drugs as possible, especially until I'm off Remeron and I can heal for a little while, which is going to take a good long while. People might laugh because I'm only on 1.2 milligrams. People would be like, well, you got to know my story, and I'm not going to repeat why I don't just jump off of it. But if you know, then you know. But I wish I could. It's just so my nervous system's still so fucking fried. Especially after I fucked up the Remeron and I tapered a little too fast. Oh my god. And it's amazing there's no actual test that says, hey, your nervous system's fucked up. If there was, I'd probably be on disability. Because I can't do anything. I'm lucky I can walk. And half the time, I can't take a long walk. Because that makes my nervous system go crazy. And it just throws me into a wave. And then I have to work. I have to. This is such a long, drawn-out process because I can't get disability. I would have been off all this stuff ages ago. This is fucking stupid. I take an Advil once in a while. That's it. And that helps. That helps me. I actually take it a little bit more than I used to. I usually take one every 4 days. And for me, that's a huge deal. It's a liquid gel cap or gel Advil or whatever. So yeah, that's all I do. The only times I take, now, I'll take hydroxyzine if I don't sleep for a week. But that doesn't happen unless I fuck up my meds or get pulled off of them. So the only reason I would, I did that after Remeron. The only reason I got on, whatever. I'm confusing myself. After I got off benzos, they put me on Remeron. That's why I'm in the shit I'm in now. But after I fucked up the Remeron 4 months ago or 5 months ago, I've already done my research on these things. So I know how I did hydroxyzine. And that worked okay. Not great, but okay. Enough to get me sleeping a little bit. And I only did that for about 2 weeks. Not even very much. So, and look at that. If they would have just did hydroxyzine after benzos, I'd been fine. I wouldn't be in this mess. I'd still have benzo problems, but I wouldn't have Remeron problems, that's for sure. Don't put people on antidepressants for sleep. It's so fucking stupid and unfucking necessary. I wish I would have known. I didn't know shit about medications then. I just took their word for it. And I figured they know what they're doing. They're the doctors. Oh, man. And people are it's I get you don't trust doctors, but you got to at least, try to trust them. It's what for? I literally ruined my life. Why would I trust a doctor? I give some benefits of the doubt, but I don't take them for, what they think they just don't know shit. I just don't even know what to say. I go to doctors and basically see if I can get diagnoses, and I can't. They don't find anything ever. I've got some major issues that I've had before benzos, and they just don't give a fuck. They say, well, that's there's nothing we can do about that, blah, blah, blah. I'm I'm telling you something that's major here. Are you going to at least write it down and say, hey, he's got a major visual issue? and we can't fix it. There's nothing we can do. And it's getting worse for him. No, instead, they're just like, sorry, there's nothing we can do. It's like, okay, just because you're disabled, I don't know. You know where I'm going with that. But the thing is, we weren't naive. We just didn't know, you know? I mean, can't. But what pisses me off a lot is when people tell me, like, why didn't you read the pamphlet? Oh, fuck you. No, fuck yourself. Even if I read the fucking pamphlet, it wouldn't have fucking mattered. I wouldn't have think it would have. Wouldn't think it would fucking disable me. Feel like I'm walking on a fucking acid trip. Thank God that's a little better. Jesus Christ. At least I'm in a point where some days I can drive. But I always, for the longest time, said I was so fucking stupid. And some days I'm still really down on myself, and I'll be like, I was so fucking stupid. And then with the Remeron taper, I feel so stupid about that. It's like I know how sensitive I am, but I didn't think that one little extra gram of tapering would have almost destroyed me physically, mentally. And I almost, became suicidal because of it. It was absolutely terrifying. And I'm going to, for a very long time, deal with some of the after effects from that. It's too bad. I feel stupid. I do. I feel stupid. But I know. I mean, how am I going to know when doctors don't even know? It's like one day at a fucking time with this bullshit. I'm going to cut out of here soon just because it's getting a little hot in my room. I used to talk with my door closed, and it's like getting over 80 in here. Yeah, I know. It's just some days, like, some days I'll think, I mean, how are we supposed to know? We're not stupid. We're just doing what we think is best. I know what the right thing is, but some days I'll be like, oh, could I have been so stupid? It's been 5 years almost, and I'm still dealing with this shit, still talking about this shit. It's just ridiculous. Good, Terry. That's my plan. As of right now, I have to hold out on the Remeron. And then when I start tapering, if I didn't have to work, I would tolerate some of the faster taper. But even the slowest I can possibly go, it's just nothing I can do. And people think I'm stupid. Like, you need your medication. It's like, yeah, but the medication they gave me never worked for me. Oh, what kind of probiotics do you take? Because honestly, I'm terrified to take probiotics. Everybody who takes probiotics after benzos usually has a severe reaction because it makes it hits your nervous system too. So I don't know. It is fear. Absolutely. And I'm kind of glad you said that because a lot of the times I feel like it's got such a hold on me because it's so like the withdrawal, like near the end with Remeron and being my nervous system's completely shot from the benzos and then from tapering too fast in the Remeron. I can't taper any slower than 1 gram at a time. And that's fine. I'm at 1.2. I'll go to 1.1 and 1.0 and shit like that. But it scares me. It absolutely does. But I do. It's got a hold on me. And I don't know why that little amount of Remeron has just. The fact of what it put me through 4 or 5 months ago, the absolute torture it put me through from that little bit of taper, I knew it's really still taking its toll on me, even at only 1.2 milligrams. It's amazing. It's really weird. Thanks, MJ. I think I'll get there too. It's just been such a long fucking road. I'm so sick of it. All right, it's 82 degrees in this room. I'm gonna head out. Well, I'll take a look. Is it like some sort of organic or like anything different about it than any other kind? I just don't know. I would like to take one, but honestly, I don't know if it's something I can handle because I can't handle anything. So I don't know. I mean, I still have massive food sensitivities too. So I don't know. One of these days, I'll probably try. I think it would help me a lot, especially with my anxiety issues, because my anxiety stems from my gut big time, and I'm wondering if that would help that or not. I don't know. Yeah, I tried that at one point, but I overdid it and scared myself. I took too much once, and it threw. Oh my god, I got so fucked up and high from it. I was an idiot. I took way too much. I thought I was taking like the certain amount, but it was like triple, and I got really high, and it really scared me. Took my anxiety through the fucking roof. But in the meantime, I was completely pain free. But it threw my nervous system into a total flux for like 3 months. Not like this with the Remeron, that's for sure. But oh man, that's at some point. I mean, as long as I didn't want to use it, create them every day, just because I don't want to get dependent on it. But in the future, that would be something I'd have no problem using. And I know there's different kinds too and stuff like that, but it threw me for a loop, man. Oh man, yeah. But yeah, I tried that like that was probably like 2 years ago. Did not go over well for me, but that was my own fault. If I would have actually used it like as recommended, like a certain amount, it would have probably been fine. A lot of people swear by it. Still better than a lot of options out there, you know. Cool, cool. I just don't want to get dependent on anything anymore because my body just will freak out. as I've noticed. I just want it to not be dependent on anything for a while until I get off of Remeron, and then I can decide what I might want to do. CBD, kratom, whatever it's called. I don't know. We'll see. But that's years in the future. Fucking dog just barks all fucking day. The neighbors are cool, but their dogs are nuts, completely psychotic. But I've come this far. I just don't want to ruin it and be on another drug, no matter what it is. I just don't want my nervous system to get more fizzled. I need my brain as clear as fucking possible. And it's very far from it. But my job is to be as clear as possible. All right, I'm signing off. It's just too fucking hot in here. But it's about that time anyway. So you guys take care. It's been fun chatting as always. Leave your comments. If you ended up commenting after I leave, just leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you later. So yeah, take care, guys.